pickup trucks. Once the epitome of utility has become something of a luxury among the SUV buying public. Sure, they don't have the third row, but you get an extra cargo space and some tax benefits. But as with everything, anything that has a word luxury tag to it has a price bump. Thankfully, there are Chinese brands who offer the same luxury and practicality of a pickup truck for a price that doesn't completely destroy the bank. Such, for example, this Changan Hunter. Changan Hunter is one of the two offered by Changan Bangladesh. It's essentially a diesel turbo pickup truck that has 4 seats, leather wrapped, fake leather wrapped, automatic air condition, a very practical composite bed, and all the amenities you would expect from a mid to top end SUV. Starting from the front, you got the Changan logo, ridiculed by many as the upside down Acura logo, LED headlights, fog light. On the side, you got the 18-inch wheels, power mirror, a nice metal floorboard, built-in roof rack, although I don't know if you can use them in Bangladesh legally, and of course this nice metal frame to tie things in. As we move to the back, you got a nice heavy bay door, a nice big composite bed, which curiously has a 14-volt charger for your picnic needs, 4 anchor points to tie things down, and 2 nice LED lights to illuminate the bed in case you are in a dark place. Overall, if you want to haul stuff and also want a luxury car, this is not a bad deal. Underneath the modern skin, the Changan is actually very simple and easy to work with. Just from looking at here, you can see the fuel tank, the leaf spring, the brake lines, and the spare tire. So if something goes wrong in this car, it's very easy to get in and patch it up. Powering this massive beast is a 2-liter turbo diesel engine making around 110 horsepower and 350 Newton meters of torque. Despite being a diesel, it's actually very fuel efficient. We got 8.1 while coming here, and being a diesel, it's also quite noisy. I don't know if you can see it here or hear it through my mic, but the noise is something you'll hear as soon as you pull the window down. Besides that, it's perfectly capable of moving this car pretty fast, especially after 3000 RPM, because the turbo kicks in and you get a sudden boost of speed until you hit 60. As we get in the Hunter, the first nice thing you notice is the seats are powered with lumbar support. So you pull them back, this one is already all the way back, and drag yourself using this nice handlebars, and you find yourself in a very comfy sitting position, especially for a pickup truck. You got a massive infotainment screen, buttons for climate control, buttons for managing the 4-wheel drive system, a knob to manage the 4-wheel drive system, a volume control to USB A and C port. No, correction, both of them are A. Chunky handbrake, cup holders, another 12-volt, a deep center console, and a semi-digital screen. Overall, it's a very comfortable and commanding place to sit in. For some reason, Changan went with perforated fake leather on the seats. I don't know why, because the seats aren't ventilated or heated, but I'll admit they look quite good. Not much else to say about this. Let's move to the back seat. Now, being a spruced up work truck, the car has some limitations, primary of which is the rear leg room. After all, this thing isn't supposed to carry around the rear passengers comfortably, so the space you get isn't great. That said, there are some practical features. Each of the seats have a coat hanger with 4 kg of weight carrying capacity, grab handles everywhere, armrests with built-in cup holders, your own AC vents, USB A down here for you to charge anything you need, and all of the pillars as a nice touch from Changan, has built-in airbags. So in case things do go wrong, you should be pretty safe. Also, there's a cabin light for rear passengers only, which is a nice touch. With all that said, time to drive this thing.
And this is where our audio recording went horribly wrong, so time for voiceover. Driving the Changan Hunter had been remarkably pleasant. Its suspension, despite being a pickup, is surprisingly firm, meaning on paved road you get a very stable ride. On the other hand, taking the car off-road means things get bumpy real quickly, which, if you're planning to do a lot of off-road with this car, might not be ideal. Being a turbocharged engine, the turbo kicks in at 3000 RPM or around 30 km and gives you a nice boost up to 60, but after that it becomes a diesel engine again. What really surprised me was the sound deadening, which is excellent, almost like a sedan. There is very little outside noise and you can't hear the diesel engine from the inside unless you roll down the window. And finally, the brakes. Again, for a pickup, they are very well balanced, stopping the car very gracefully instead of throwing the rear passengers into the front seat. Now, would you buy a Changan Hunter? If you're looking into getting into the truck life and don't want to spend the premium required to get a Ford Ranger Raptor, this is a good place to start at half the price of a Ranger, or less than that actually. It's half a decent work truck that has all the luxury feature you want in a fully loaded SUV. So you can use it as a work truck, as a picnic truck, and as a weekend warrior. If you don't mind buying Chinese, this could be an excellent option if you want an adventurous ride. That will be all.